Yo guys, my name is Patch and today I'm going to give you my potential Man United lineup for next season. As you probably know already, I'm a massive United fan and I reckon the current United team is not good enough to compete for the Premier League. That's pretty much why we are 6th at the moment, and a lot of stuff needs changing, and I'm going to go through what I think needs to be changed. Obviously United have a lot of money and they're in the Europa League final, and if they win that they're going to get Champions League qualification, even though I still reckon they will attract big players anyway because United is such a massive club. They managed to attract Pogba and Ibrahimovic and Mkhitaryan, even though they weren't in the Champions League, mainly because the manager as well. Jose Mourinho is such a big manager, very famous, he's practically won everything, one of the greatest of all time, so that can attract players as well. So not all of these transfers or these players I'm going to add in are unrealistic. Some of them actually be linked with, with a move to United in real life. So yeah, to start off, for goalkeeper it's difficult because I'm not sure, like, the current situation with David De Gea. Is he going to go to Real Madrid? Is he going to stay? I reckon he will leave, to be honest, because Madrid is practically his life and his whole family lives there, his girlfriend lives there. It would be stupid to reject it. So if he does leave, obviously if he doesn't leave, then I'll have him straight away over anyone in the world. How do you spell his name? I reckon the person that should replace him, maybe Kasper Schmeichel, I'm going to say. I don't actually have him, shit, I thought he did. I thought he had his team on the group stage, not team on the group stage, team on the knockout stage card. Oh, fuck knows. But anyway, yeah, I reckon he would be a perfect replacement. Obviously, his dad's played for United. He's a United fan growing up. And yeah, he's a very, very good goalkeeper who's heavily improved. And yeah, I think that would be a brilliant signing to replace De Gea. Butler could be a shout as well, But I think Schmeichel is the likely target. Right back, I don't think anything needs changing there at all. Do I have Valencia in my club? I don't actually have him. Oh yeah, I cleared a lot of my club out recently, so I don't have a lot of these players. But Valencia has been brilliant this season. I really don't think we need another right back. We got Darwin as well, who can do a decent job. So yep, that's absolutely fine. For centre back, it's practically the same with one position, that is Eric Bailly. This guy's, I call that one. Yeah, this guy is like the future. He's really young as well, and he's had a decent season. He's been injured for like 2 or 3 months, and we badly missed him. Ever since he's come back, he's been good. For my next centre back, this might be a bit of a weird one, but this guy has been one of the best defenders in the league this season. He doesn't play for United, he plays for Burnley, and that is Michael Keane. I would love him to return to United. Obviously, I don't have his team of the season yet because that comes out on Friday. I know he'll get one, it's just, I just know that. But yeah, he would be a brilliant signing. He came through our youth academy. Louis van Gaal let him go for some reason, and it was a massive mistake. I always knew he had talent, but obviously we had other defenders at the time, and he preferred Tyler Blackett over him. And in my opinion, when Blackett played, he was shit, and he's still shit now. And there's Michael Keane, who's developing into a top defender. Now he's in the England team, and in probably the Premier League team this season as well. And yeah, I reckon he'll be a brilliant move if he comes back to United. Maybe about 20 million, I'll say. For my left back, this might be a bit controversial because Mourinho's not really a big fan of this guy. Even when he has been fit and not injured, he just hasn't been picked. Really, it's just as simple as that. I really do think he's got talent, and all he needs is a run of games, and then he'll probably get back to his best. I know he suffered a horrific leg break about a year ago, and it takes time to overcome that. I reckon he'll be, he'll be the left back for the next 10 years for United. He's only like 21 as well, and when he has played before he broke his leg, he was absolutely brilliant. Literally the start of the season, start of the 15-16 season, he was probably the best left back in the world at the time. I'm not even joking. But then that leg break ruined everything. I was depressed, but yeah, I trust him. I reckon he should still stay at United, even though I'm just not a fan of him. But I am, obviously. And then for the right mid is someone who's still at United, and that is Mkhitaryan. It's a bit of a weird one with him. Like at the start, he never plays, and then he started to hit form when he played. When he suffered that injury against Tottenham in the Premier League, he hasn't been the same. His form has dipped a bit, but I reckon he'll come back to his best. Maybe the start of next season, he will start to come back, because he's only scored 14 goals and has 1 assist in like 33 games, compared to last year when he got like 20 goals and 30 assists in like 40 games. It was absolutely mad. He was by miles the best player in the Bundesliga. But yeah, I reckon he'll still do a good job. I'll keep hold of him. And then next to him is the most expensive player ever, and that is Paul Pogba. I reckon he will still beat United, obviously, and he'll still do a good job. I know he's had a bit of a off season, like at some point. He started off quite well, but then I think the fact he's played like every single game, every single minute since like September, August. There was a time where he got injured when he was rested, and when he come back he was actually better, but I reckon he'll come good next season. For my next centre mid, I'm going to go with someone who doesn't play for United. It's a new signing, and no, wrong one. If I was manager of United, I would definitely try my best to get this guy, and that is Julian Weigl. He's a really good player. I reckon he could be the long-term replacement for Michael Carrick. He's literally got everything you need. He's a defensive midfielder, he can track back, he can even pass as well. He's the type of player which could sit back and allow Pogba to go forward, just like in Jose Mourinho's system where he did that with Matic and Fabregas. It works really well. I reckon that could work with Pogba and Weigl. So yeah, when Michael Carrick leaves, I reckon he should be the man, because he's like 21 years old. For my left winger, is out of 2 people, and that's Martial or Rashford. I would probably say Rashford, because this season he's been playing out of position a lot. What he needs to do, he needs to adapt to one position and stick to it. If he's a striker, if he's a left winger, if he's number 10, I don't think he's number 10 anyway, but what he has to do is adapt to that position. Just like what Ronaldo did at United, adapt to one position and stick to it. And if he does that, I reckon he could be a quality left winger for like the next like 15 years at United, because he's such a young player. He's got so much talent, massive bags of talent. He just needs to adapt to one position, because he can't really play striker half the time because Ibra was here last year, and obviously I reckon Mourinho will buy another striker, and that just limits his chances up front. So I reckon if he plays out wide, and as I said before, adapt to that position, I reckon he could do a good job. So yeah, I reckon he's more consistent than Martial. Martial's a good player, but he's had a bit of an off season, and Rashford just keeps getting better and better, so I reckon he should stay in the team. Now for my cam, this player has been heavily linked to the United move for the last few days, not whole season, and that is James Rodriguez. I think this guy could be the real deal. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure he might leave Real Madrid because he doesn't play a lot, and in his final home game at the Bernabeu, he waved goodbye to the fans, and that just made the media go absolutely mental. I don't know if that means anything, but if we do get him, I think he'll be a brilliant signing. Because a lot of time this season, especially when Mkhitaryan was out of the team and Pogba was sitting really deep, we didn't really have that creative player really high up in the field in the final third. A lot of the time Ibrahimovic was the main creator and scorer, and he can't really do both, especially if Ibrahimovic is going to be out next season. If he does stay, we don't know yet if he's going to start a contract, but he's out with a knee injury, and without him, who's going to be creating our chances like in the final third? Pogba can do it, but he can't do it on his own. He needs, he needs support, and hopefully Mkhitaryan going back to his best, and James Rodriguez now being in the team, that could be the puzzle to solve Man United's creativity problem and scoring. And yeah, he can do everything. He can shoot, pass, quality player, and for the striker, I've got to go with this man. Not Griezmann. I don't think Griezmann would join United. And that is Lukaku. I reckon he could be the real deal. He's like a Jose Mourinho type player, because he always fancies a strong number 9, like a target man, and he could be the answer. He's like the Drogba, the Diego Costa that he used at Chelsea, and the Ibrahimovic used at United this season and at Inter. I reckon he could be the real deal. He's got Premier League experience as well, so I think that's a massive plus. I think he's top scorer, and he was like 27 goals. And that's who I think will make the bench. Romario's a good backup goalkeeper. Smalling, he's had a really good season last year, but this year he's done like really stupid things, and he's let us down a few times. Rojo, who's improved massively when he's been playing at centre back. Don't play him at left back, he's shit there. Herrera, probably our best midfielder, but with Weigl on the team, he might be playing less games, but obviously maybe in the Champions League, if we are going to be in there next season, and maybe cup games, he'll be a big player. And Mata, he was obviously a really good creative player as well, but sometimes he's a bit inconsistent at times. Maybe he's played that wide, but when he does play, he's quality. And then Martial, who I said before, with Rashford, and Ibrahimovic, if he does stay next season. Yeah, that's pretty much my Man United team for next season. What do you guys think? I might do other teams as well, because it was pretty fun to make. It's quite interesting as well. But if you enjoyed the video, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and hope United win the league next season, and bye.